Hi, YouTube. Um, Good news and bad news on the home front here. Good news is it's let up raining. Now, we had rain this morning, but it wasn't a real gusher like we've been having. And we've been able to work in the garden. This one here is looking a lot better. We've done some weeding, but it needs some more, as you can tell. It's still wet. It's definitely got moisture in it. No problem having a shortage of water this year for keeping things watered. This one here is our tomatoes and peppers and onions. We haven't got the onions done yet, but we got everything else done. That's looking a lot better with the weeds gone. The corn, we just started on that. Oh, we got a pepper started. Look at that. Right there is a pepper. Cool. Anyway, like I say, we just started in the corn and it's terrible. But we're going to get it cleaned up here in the next day or two. Today is Thursday afternoon or Thursday night. Like I say, we had rain this morning and it's dried out a little bit, but it's still muddy. And I've been drilling for the last day or two since I made the video, and that's the bad news. If anything could go wrong, it's went wrong with this year. I mean, I made it 10 feet or 8 feet, something like that, from when I started. And this thing has got alright, let me explain. Over on that hillside there's a rock quarry, an old abandoned rock quarry, full of limestone. Well, this here, I found limestone, and it's real small, and it's, well, not real small, it's big enough pieces that the bit bounces around on it real bad. Well, my audience is here, as you can see. And we got more on the way. But anyway, it's starting to bind. Alright, the knuckles turns, and the rocks are getting caught on the outside of the hole and the bit, and it's jumping real bad and locking up, and that clutch is super tough. And like I say, that's a 6-horse or 7-horse motor on there. Well, things break. So here's what happened. It caught and it cracked my union in this spot. I got another one, another 10 feet down in the hole that is cracked and unhooked. So I have to fish down in the hole and get it hooked up and pull everything back out. Now that'd be fine if that's all that's wrong. But we had that rain this morning and I had a cave-in. So not only is it unhooked, it is also plugged down in there because I can't pull it up because some of the fill has went around the drilling head and stuck it, and I can't pull it up through it. So tomorrow, Friday, we're going to tear into it. I'm going to have to get, what I'll do is I'll unhook this piece from the swivel, and then I'll take these pipe and I'll hook them up, and I'll hook my hose up just like it is now with that pump, and I'll have to blast down in the hole with that pipe about 20 feet or 25 feet down, and I'll have to blast and get that stuff loosened up that is around the drill bit, and hopefully I can pull it back up out of there. So that's my dilemma on the well. Now they said if this happens and I get into this limestone rock, I have to move to a different spot. Well, I guess I'm going to have to move because it's just going to break more with them rocks doing what they're doing. So I'm going to have to find another spot to drill. Either that, or I can hook the two up, like I say, from the other well drilling rate, or the other well, I can hook back up to that and bring my water in from down there. But I got a problem with that now. Oh, this off-grid isn't easy. It's not called the simple life. If anything can go wrong, it always happens. It was going so good for a while, but we've had a lot of rain, and we got more rain coming. This Saturday, they're got flash flood warnings out again, which we had, and we're going to have it again this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. But anyway, this is the well over on this property, and the casing goes down 60 feet. The well is 120 feet. All right. We have a problem because it's caved in around the pump. We're pumping mud, and I use this right now because I don't have my solar pump. I use this pump to fill my water tanks. I was hauling it, and now I'm using this pump, and then we filter it twice to put it in them tanks down in the basement that I had earlier on a video. But now I got to pull this pump and find out what's wrong with it. And thank God this is a 5-inch casing, and I can slip that 4-inch down inside of it. Remember that pipe that I had up there? I'll go up there and show it to you with the grooves cut in it. Well, I'm going to have to put that PVC, that thin wall PVC in, drop it down in there to where I hit the bottom, and hopefully the screens will pump or get rid of most of the mud, or I'm going to have to do something with it, bleach it or something to get it shocked where I won't be in the mud. I'm hoping the pump, it caved in around the pump, and the pump's just pumping mud. I get water with it, but it's real muddy. I get a sediment on it. But anyway, this casing here, I got 20 foot with the grooves cut in it. Like I say, I got them slots cut in it right there. And I can drop that down. This is 4-inch. I can drop it down that 5-inch casing, and I can recase it all the way down so it can't have another cave in around the pump. So I can take that pump out and put my solar pump in, and I'll be good to go. And I'll just use my solar pump, and I don't know, the water up here, I don't know if it's got enough. I'm going to have to check to see if I can pump water that far, because it's probably 70 yards between the two pieces of property, between the A-frame or that well and the trailer here. So I'm going to have to see how far I can push it. I know you can push it farther than you can pull it, but anyway, progress keeps going. We take 2 steps back and 1 forward, and there's a couple days we might make 3 steps forward and not lose any steps. But today was a backwards walk. I mean, like I say, we did do some progress on the garden. We got a lot of it weeded. The beans are looking good. Lettuce is looking good. Radishes, we've already got a few radishes out of it. The beans are looking good. We got lima beans in here, and they didn't come up very well, so I'm going to have to, this row here is lima beans, and they didn't come up very good, so there's 2 rows of them here, and or one of them, it might be pinto beans. I don't know. There's 3 rows here. There's pinto beans, lima beans, and kidney beans. That's what it is. And I don't know which one's which. She's got it down on the paper in there. But anyway, they didn't do very good. They was old seeds that we had, and there's a few that came up, but not very many. So we're going to have to replant all this. But our soup beans, these are soup beans here. They're a mixture of a variety of beans. We've got 3 rows of them. These are, I don't remember what kind of beans these are. There's weeds in there, but I mean, we'll get them out of there. It's getting better. Like I say, it's just been raining like crazy. And our cabbage and cauliflower, looking good. I mean, the kohlrabi, we're going to have plenty of kohlrabi. That's doing phenomenal. I mean, it's just going crazy. We usually get heads. I don't see any heads on them yet, but they'll be showing up here pretty soon. And these were some that we had last year and saved the seeds out of it and redone them this year, and it's come out good. I mean, that's a pretty good growing plant for stuff that we had last year and we replanted this year. And our tomatoes, they're looking a lot better. Oh, we got some on that one. There's a couple small ones on this one. Got one on that one. We got blossoms on it too. Tomatoes are doing a lot better than what they was when we first planted them. I didn't even think half of them was going to make it. And we got a pretty good bunch now. And the best part of it is what we do is we do a lot of canning. And the best part of it is this is our Christmas presents to the kids and grandkids. I put up, I don't know how many quarts and pints of salsa. And the grandkids and her kids, my kids, love the salsa that I make. I've got a trucking buddy that does too. I didn't get him any last year, but I definitely make sure he gets a case this year. The soup beans we make, with the soup beans we make soup starter, and we give all this stuff away for Christmas gifts, and they just love it. I mean, of course we give them, I do, when deer season starts, we usually average anywhere from 2 to 4 deer a year, and I smoke, and I also make summer sausage. I make deer summer sausage, another sausage, a bologna. I can it. So when Christmas comes around, we decided that we wasn't going to give money anymore, because most of the time when you give them money, it's just here one day and gone the next. And they can use the vegetables all year round, especially the soup starter and the meats and stuff that we give them, and they like it a lot better than getting money. And every time they open a can, they think of you. So, but anyway, that's what's going on here at the old homesteads. The A-frame, I got a quote. The guy's going to tear it down for me for $800. I got to clean up the mess, but he said he'd pull it down for $800, get what I want out of it, and he was going to pull it down. But I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. There is a lot to do to it, but we'll see if I can't. I had a guy come out and look, and he said he could save it, but he wants to come back out again and make a couple more inspections on it like I did and see if we can't save it. But I showed him what I thought, and he said, well, we can fix some of that stuff, but we can't fix it all. But anyway, there's all kinds of stuff that's bad. But anyway, that's what today's video is. Good and the bad. We'll let you know how the well drilling deal comes. I gotta pull it apart, try to get my head out. If I can't get my head out, I'm gonna have to buy another. The stems aren't that bad. That's just 1-inch pipe. That's not very expensive. But the drilling head for rock, that's about $250 to $300, and that's a used one. So we'll have to see how I come trying to get it apart. And like I say, I'm going to have to tear that down. So I got water. I'm going to have to tear that down and come over here, and I'm going to have to pull this pump. I got to use that derrick to pull the well pipe out of here in the pump. And once I do that, then I'll know what I got here, and I'll put that casing in there, and then we'll see what we got for water there. I'll shock it, and that takes a couple days to get everything, all the chlorine back out of it. So you got to leave it set, I think 4 days. I don't know, I'll have to check. But anyway, that's my next project, and I got to trim tree limbs out so I can get my rig in here to pull that, because my pieces are 5 foot. These and this one are 10 foot, and I got to pull them. So I'm gonna have to get a clamp or something to get them. I'm gonna have to make 2 bites on it to get it up, because I can only pull 5 foot with my rig. But we're gonna pull that out of there and put the casing down in there, and we'll see what we got from there. Anyway, that's what's going on in my neck of the woods. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.